Hey, welcome to Divas of the Week. I'm Pastor Paul Doherty, and this week we're talking about faith, and we're looking at the story of a guy named Abraham in the Bible. In Genesis 15, verse 5, Abraham has been talking to God, having this conversation. Isn't that amazing that we can talk to God? I just think that's so cool. And so Abraham's talking to God, and God says, Abraham, I want to bless you. I want to make your life blessed so that you can be a blessing. And Abraham says, God, I'm thankful you want to bless me, but I'm 100 years old. I've never had kids. And so no matter what you bless me with, I have no one to pass off my inheritance to. My family name, it dies with me. So Abraham was discouraged, and God speaks to Abraham in the middle of his discouragement. This is so good. I love how God does this to us. That when we feel defeated and discouraged and depleted and just like, man, God, I don't know what to do with my life, all of a sudden God gives us this word. And this is what he gave Abraham, and I think he wants to speak it to you today. Genesis 15, verse 5, he says, Abraham, come outside. See, Abraham was inside his tent. He was controlled by the environment he was in. He was looking down, surrounded by the tent walls. God said, get out of the box, get out of the tent. I want to pull you outside. And so when Abraham walked outside of his tent, it was nighttime. God said, look up at the sky. When he looked up, back then there were no skyscrapers, there was no lights in the city. And so he was able to look up and see this beautiful, amazing sky of stars. And God said, Abraham, count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you're going to have. I'm going to bless you with kids and grandkids and a huge family. And sure enough, God gave him Isaac. And through Isaac, God gave him Jacob. And through Jacob, he gave him the 12 sons that we know as the 12 tribes of Israel. God blessed Abraham with an amazing legacy, an amazing inheritance and family. But you know what? God had to pull Abraham out of his environment of fear to bring him into an environment of faith. God had to pull him out and say, look up and see a bigger vision for your life. And I want to challenge you today. Maybe you're in an environment of fear, discouragement, worry, panic, trying to figure out what the future holds for your life. God's speaking a word of faith to you today. Count the stars. Look up. God has a huge plan for your life. We love you. We're praying for you. We declare faith over your future. Your best days are in front of you. We'll see you next week right here on Devos of the Week.